Oh, hello, Petal. How are you? Is university all it's cracked up to be?
Hey, Grandma. Yeah, well, I suppose it's fine. The partying is great and I've met some amazing people. But, I think the course is too difficult for me.
Oh dear. But honey, you must remember, life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes it can be hard, but you must keep at it. Is there anything that I might be able to help you with?
Not unless you know anything about life annuities.
Oh, of course not, dear. How would your grandmother, of all people, possibly know anything about a financial contract in the form of an insurance product in which a life insurance company pays a series of future payments to the buyer for as long as they are alive, in exchange for either an immediate payment of a lump sum or a series of payments before the onset of the annuity? No, dear, I couldn't possibly help you with that.
How did you know that?
Silly, your grandfather and I needed to know what these were when we were getting life insurance. And well, you know what your grandfather's like. He had to become an expert at it and learn all about the annuities, and then told me all about them, thinking it would impress me.
Oh right, okay then, Grandma. Can you help me?
Of course, dear. Where would you like to start?
I know there are two types of whole life annuities. One is in arrears and the other is in advance. What is the difference?
Okay, well basically, a whole life annuity in arrears is when the contract says that the payments, which can be level or increasing depending on the contract agreed, are made for the whole life until the person passes away. The arrears part basically means the payment is made at the end of each year, whereas the payment stream in a whole life annuity in advance is similar to the annuity in arrears, except that each payment is 1 year ahead.
Oh right, cool. But how do you work them out?
Since the time of the end of the contract is unknown, there is a random variable used in the formula known as capital K with a small subscript x. We make this equal to K to find the expected present value, which is denoted as the letter with a subscript x, and this notation also expresses the whole life annuity. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember that, and the life annuity in advance is the same except it has 2 dots on top of the A.
Exactly, darling. Well done. You see, you know more than you think. The formula of the whole life annuity is the sum from 1 to infinity subscript t, normal p, subscript x, multiplied by v to the power of t.
Grandma, you lost me.
Ha. Okay, the TPX part is basically the survival function, or rather survival rate from the age of x to x plus t, and you can
get that from the life tables. Yeah, I get you now, because you can work out Lx plus T divided by Lx, because Lx shows how many people survived from year X to year X plus 1, and so by working out this we know the probability of people surviving from age X to age T plus X.
Good girl. And v to the power of t is equal to 1 over 1 minus the interest rate, or to the power of t. This is because t is the number of years that you would work the annuity out for.
How do you mean?
Well, you see, the annuity depends on how long the person lives for after paying for the annuity, and the numbers of years they live for is equal to t. You should also know that once the person dies, the accumulated value that remains is forfeited because the contract is terminated. So if they die after a small number of years, the company makes a lot of money.
Oh, great. Am I right in saying, if I worked out a whole life annuity in arrears, would I just add 1 to find out the whole life annuity in advance?
Correct, dearest. Oh, darling, you're flying.
Thanks, Grandma. Why would someone get a life annuity, Grandma?
Oh, dearest, because it's a form of longevity insurance, and the uncertainty of the person's lifespan is transferred to the insurer, so less stress, and plus it can give you a form of income during your retirement.
That sounds like it's a good plan. Well, I've got to go now. I love you. Bye, and thanks again, Grandma.
Goodbye, honey. I hope you enjoy the rest of your course.